Alright guys, so I removed the bolts for the wiring holder, and I removed the bolts for the stator. This is just a rubber grommet, and as you can see, this comes right off by hand. Those two mounting bolts are all that hold it. Make sure you have your keyway for your harmonic balancer positioned to an up position. That way you don't lose your key or remove the key. I'm just keeping it there because it's a lot easier just to keep it in place and not remove it. As you can see, I have some corrosion on this. It all looks like it's original from factory. I'm not really sure what year the side-by-side is, but it needs replaced. It wasn't very expensive. Everything was online. Everything got shipped overnight for little to no cost for the extra shipping. Now, there is a difference between the stock harmonic balancer and stock fan compared to the new harmonic balancer and the new fan. Everything bolt pattern wise lines up. However, the fan is severely lighter than the original, which is fine because that will give us some more power. And the same thing with the harmonic balancer, a little bit lighter in weight, which is okay because that will allow the engine to perform better with all the upgrades that we're going to be doing to it. So we're going to go ahead and get the new stator, which is here. And this is an 8-pole stator. It's same as factory, nothing special. There is a 12-pole stator that's supposedly available for this. I was not able to find it. However, I'm not running a whole lot of electrical components, just a few lights, battery, trickle charger, and everything like that. So the 8-pole works fine for my needs. It even has enough has enough power to add a couple extra lights that I plan on doing down the road. So in order to do this new stator, we're going to make sure that your wiring harness here is at the back. You don't want this in the front. If you put this in the front, it's not going to line up right. Your wires are going to get caught up when this starts, when the motor turns on. It's going to get caught by your harmonic balancer. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this positioned. I'm going to try to set the camera to where you guys can, I need both hands. So give me just a second. Let me get this in focus here. Not a really good angle that I can get on the motor, so bear with me for a minute. Sorry about that. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to get this positioned to where the wire harness is on the back and is going to be on the top left side. You can see this bolt here and this bolt here. That's for the pickup. And then you have a bolt here and a bolt here. That is for your wiring harness holder that we showed in the last video. So your wires, so your bolt mounting holes are straight up and down. You have one here and one here. So you have to make sure that your wires are on this side. So these ones are going to come up and over, and then the grommet is going to sit in that hole, which there's the grommet, which will go right like that after I mount all the wires. So let's go ahead and throw these in here real quick. Get these started. On this, it's been better to get every bolt started to make sure everything's tightened down equally. Again, I'm using the Milwaukee 12-volt impact. I have a swivel adapter using Husky 8mm shallow. The boot does move on the wire, so make sure you want to leave as little wire in this as possible, because when your motor's running, your harmonic balancer and fan are going to be spinning in here. So you want as little room for error as possible. It looks like I have that in a good spot. Need a little bit more slack. So what I'm doing is I'm running this wire behind where the magnetic pickup's going to be. That's how it was ran from the factory, and it didn't give us no issues. So that's how we're going to run it again. Now the bolts that came out that hold the wires that are right here are super long. The reason for that is they are actually mounting brackets for this outer casing. So if you're ever going to need to tear down the motor and do a rebuild, you would have to take all this off, and these are inside holding the casing, helping hold the casing together. No oil or anything comes out when you do any of this, so you don't got to worry about anything like that. Everything was fairly simple to get to. So let me show you here. So this is the wire bracket. You have these two prongs that are sticking up. Those go towards the outside of the motor. That way you have smooth surface pushing up against your wire. So you're going to push that in. I'm using my thumb to put pressure on it and get one started by hand. Get the other one started in. None of these were actually very tight, so we're not going, I don't know the actual torque specs. I'm actually waiting on a new manual for this. I made a mistake. I put the pickup wire behind the bracket. That was my mistake that I just made there. So I'm going to actually get that picked back up. Now on the old stator here, I'm going to show you guys here for a second. You can see where this was pinched down right here. It was squished pretty hard, but you can also see here is how short the pickup is on the old stator. Very short. Here is the new lead for the pickup. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to take some of this wire and get it up through this boot here, so we're not having a bunch of extra wire running around in here. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I'm going to get this set up. That way I can finish mounting everything. I'm going to start my next video with the new harmonic balancer getting put on. And then we're going to get this all buttoned up, finish up some other electrical components, and then we're going to be ready to fire it up. You guys, I hope you liked the video and it helped you out. Hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you next time.